This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1107 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful, entertaining horsey facts, theories, and advice, brought to you today by Bimeda Equine. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. On today's tip, Hillary Moore Hebert, contributing editor of Dressage Today magazine, joins Dressage Radio Show co-hosts Reese Kofler-Stanfield and Phil Parks with a great off-the-horse exercise for improving your riding position. And we'll get right to our tip after this from Bimeda Equine.
We all know the importance of deworming our horses, and Dr. Ellefson of Bimeda Equine is helping us make sure we are doing it right. Listen for his 4-part series the first week of every month on this very show. I just wanted to remind everyone, if you are due for deworming, why not save a few bucks on the popular Bimeda line of wormers, including Equimax, Bimectin, Exodus, Exodus Multidose, and Equil. You can find coupons and special offers at BimedaEquine.com, including a variety of rebate offers from cash to free ivermectin. You can also get up to $2 a dose back for Equimax. And while you're at Bimeda Equine, get your free horse health record keeper, and you can just download it there. Plus, learn a bunch about parasites and deworming at Bimeda, that's Bimeda, equine.com. We at the Horse Radio Network all use Bimeda dewormers because we want the best for our horses, and we know you want the best for yours too. BimedaEquine.com, and tell them the Horse Radio Network sent you.
Okay, so now we will get into, some other training tips that are a little bit more applicable. Suzanne Mundies, who I, am obsessed with, has her tip of the week. And this one, because I thought it would be good for you guys talking about the theme of kind of learning from others, I wanted you guys to be able to see the photo. So if you go online to the clinic section, you can also do a search for it, called Ride with More Alignment for Better Balance. And it's Elise Ellman is the rider. But her tip is really neat. And she talks about sitting on a stool and finding a balanced position where your pelvis, chest, and head are aligned like 3 baskets. Next, with the help of a friend who should try to move you out of balance while you resist as well and quickly as you can. So first the friend should move your shoulder, then gently try to push you forward or backward to the side or even rotate you. Then your friend can try to move your legs, arms, and in the end your head, with making the touch lighter and lighter, so you almost have to kind of be more prepared for it. But the idea is feel like your pelvis, chest, and head are just stacked on top of each other like 3 baskets as she's doing that. And I thought that was a really helpful thing, because the ultimate goal is for you to feel which direction your friend is pushing you when she only has just the lightest finger on the top of your head, and she changes direction with the lightest push, forward, backward, left, right, or diagonal. It will give you the sense in the most refined way of how to follow your horse in a way that keeps you elastic and balanced. So I really liked that tip.
No, that's a great tip. And, even while you were explaining it, I felt myself sort of slouching in my chair. And, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my Lord, I'm slouching. And it just sort of gave me the idea of, we don't sit at a desk all day. Us, as trainers, I very, very rarely sit down. So when I sit, I have to remember, watch your position. So I can imagine if you were sitting in a chair all day long, how your position can really be affected. So just something to just remind yourself as you're sitting in the chair. That's a great visual, even while you're sitting at your desk or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I like the idea of using someone else to kind of try and push you out of balance and try and, and act like that, like riding. You're always being thrown out off of balance, and you've got to use your core muscles to keep yourself in place from falling off the chair, basically. So that's cool. A cool tip to try with a friend, and you don't need a horse for it. And I love these off the horse tips, right? Because we'd all love to be riding all day, but there's just a few people that get that opportunity. So I think that's really fun for our listeners and for the readers of the magazine to have lots of stuff to do when you're not riding.
Well, there you have it. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. This show was brought to you today by Bimeda Equine and listeners like you. Learn how you can help support Horse Radio Network programming and qualify for Auditors Only perks by going to horsetipdaily.com and clicking on the Become an Auditor banner in the center of the page. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.